Welcome to the Dragon's Den, where 7 new Dragon Slayers have the chance to win $5,000. Who will claim the Dragon's prize? Last time they faced the Dragons,
I designed a cover.
Our product come out of almost necessity.
Each stitch is a commitment to quality.
I'm a master of my craft.
Both designs have been top sellers.
And this idea just kept on coming back.
And so I knew that I could help a lot of people out.
now they face their questions.
So is it just jet skis right now, or do you do four-wheelers, all that type of stuff?
So we are expanding with our 3D capabilities so that we can take on a more mainstream market.
You have a patent on it or
So
trademark
no
on it?
patent, it's a trade secret. The cover, the vinyl on top of the cover is what's proprietary mix.
How much is that and what's your cost on it?
We sell them for $475. Our cost to produce is about $185. We have about a 70% margin. Working into jet boats, they're gonna be $1,800 to $2,000. Our cost to produce is gonna be about $650. And we're gonna have a little over 140% margin roughly.
What's your sales?
We've done 306,000 since 2020.
Comparing you to a traditional cover, are you priced in relation to those?
We'll be somewhat competitive. We're gonna be the high end, but we also offer lifetime guarantee, lifetime warranty.
Is that primarily just word of mouth, or do you have a website? How
Word of mouth and community. I'm really big on building a community around a product.
Like if I lived in Florida, how do I get it scanned?
So if it's a standard jet ski,
Yeah.
say, then we could source it locally. And then we could ask you about what add-ons you might have. More of a custom project, we'd have to come to you, we'd have to scan it, and then now that's added to our library.
Right.
We could rebuild that cover for you in the future if you wanted one.
I need a couch made out of that.
Outdoor couches.
Yeah, if you have young children, that would be a perfect cover for a couch. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
No problem.
Great product.
It gets the needs of that audience in a way that you don't see frequently from like early entrepreneurs.
It's got a really good margin.
Proprietary technology. I mean, he's got a lot of really cool stuff going for him. I think he's got some work to do in expanding that product line to other power sports, which I think he knows.
Won't even be on power sports like
Yeah.
the grills, the smokers.
Yeah. Yeah, what a great product that is. So how much does one of these sell for?
We're looking to sell between $20 and $25 a pair.
We're currently working on a process too of white labeling some hand warmers so we can package them with our product.
What's your cost on them?
$1.18
Yeah.
in non-bulk materials for one band.
We're trying to keep it low because we want it to be able to market to everybody.
What's your plan for sales once you're at that point that you're ready to launch?
We'd like to hit the websites, but one of our big launch goals, we have booth space secured at one of the parking lots for the East Idaho State Fair.
We're trying to get it out to retail.
Catalog sales, we've talked to a couple of people who are interested in carrying them once we're ready.
China, you were cold. You were saying you were cold.
Yeah.
You've had it on for a
It's
while.
going well. I need another one on this. I'm trying to make it share.
And that's how we want to sell them is like this, like they're set up here. We want to sell them as a pair, not as an individual.
Like what is it that's actually patented here?
Just the design and construction. We do have the patent coverage for disposable version as well.
They put on my newborn, to do the PKU test that they do on every single newborn.
We actually do have part of that into our patent for a medical aspect with that. So we haven't started developing those yet. We kind of wanted to get this one off the ground and going first.
Guys,
Great product.
thank you.
Thank you.
Great job. Really cool.
Okay.
That one is super interesting to me. And I think the applications are so wide.
They have so much potential.
Yeah.
We talked about the medical piece. Also, what about like arthritis and things, things like that? You think about how many things you grab your heating
hands
pad
on
for,
your
but then
feet.
it's such a simple product, but kind of genius.
His story, the whole time he was telling his story, I was thinking of when I was a scout and I had those hand warmers and trying to shove them down inside of a glove, but yet it still wasn't helping your fingers, but keeping it here on the wrist so that it warms the blood, like genius.
It's just like, it's that definition of finding the need and a really simple solution for it. Yeah, it's really well thought out.
Are you just kids' clothes?
Yeah, just kids' clothes right now and go up to 5T. Bigger sizes can be custom ordered.
What's your price point on these?
Dresses range from $55 to $60. Infant items are between like $38 and $42.
At that price point, what does that come out to, and what does your margin typically look like there?
$8 in fabric, $9 in labor, give or take. When I'm at, retailing or wholesaling, the margins are really just so minimal. So,
or who do you think you sell to today? And then who do you feel like is your target of the future?
So currently most of my revenue is geared from first-time mums. My customer retention rate is actually very high. It's at about 80%. But the problem is everyone ages out at age 5. And of course I do have the amazing grandmothers that come and shop for their children every season, which are their grandchildren, which I'm really thankful for them because they really keep me in business.
Have you ever considered doing something where like grandma or grandpa come in and they actually get to cut the clothes?
And so I'm moving into my studio and I'm having an area that's available for people to come and practice with the correct tools.
It's a super great like content marketing play. A family coming in, helping create it, and then give it to this newborn child.
Yeah.
You'll murder. You'll do so well with something like that.
You.
Thank you so much.
Great.
Yeah,
Thank
Joss
you.
is wonderful.
Yeah, it was great.
It's lovely to meet you.
Yeah.
Very cute. Really nice pieces there.
Yeah, little Gosling
Really
was
the heirloom.
adorable. I mean,
So cute.
and so well made too. Just really well built stuff. Yeah.
But I think on a local level and a mass produced level, there's just so much room for growth there. There's so much education she can provide, and there's so many opportunities she can provide for other people by educating them on how to start a clothing business. So cool.
It is more than just a clothing that grandma buys from Walmart to give to the baby, but something that's going to be with them for a long time. Is quality.
So many questions.
Absolutely. I'm a huge nerd, so I love sharing this information. So any question you have, please.
How much time does it take to build, for example, like this black suit of
So
armor?
this black and blue set, I've actually got 40 hours into from start to finish.
What would you sell that for?
So I actually sell this full black and blue set, $1,500 for the whole suit. The purple and black one over here, because it is fully articulated, it's got 66 hours into it from start to finish. And that one is $3,000 for the whole suit.
What's your material cost on one of these?
So I'm about $700 into it. Then by the time I've got all the assembly and all the dyeing and everything done to it, I can turn around and sell it for about $3,000.
Do you do like Sezzle, or do you do the shop pay installments with them?
Affirma Pay actually for that one.
Could I see one of these helmets?
Absolutely.
Actually? How do people find you?
It started out solely through word of mouth, and now it has gotten to where I do have a Facebook page where I post all my works in progress and everything. And just this year, I've actually started building my own website with the help of another point of sales app.
It's surprisingly comfortable, I'll have to admit. Did you throw that thing on China?
Want to try it on?
That's okay. It looks better on you.
Oh, thank you. Do you have any thoughts or plans around how do I scale this to really grow it?
That's why I want to get to a point where I can actually start teaching people how to do this and pass the knowledge along. But I do also know that it's not the big ticket items that are what allow me to stay doing what I'm doing. It's a lot of my smaller items, like the card wallets, the gun holsters, the little gaming accessories that I make.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank
That
you.
was awesome.
Yeah,
Very, very good. So cool. Of all of the ones that we saw today, I just sat there like, how do we do this stuff?
Yeah.
Like just
From metal to leather to...
I mean, a true
The assembly
artisan.
of it, I'm like, yeah, that's amazing.
So talented. To the right market, I think you could sell it for double.
Well, they're not going to find that quality anywhere else for what he's selling it for.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
So you mentioned on a lot of your products, you're doing collaborations with these other companies.
Yes.
How is that working?
Every sale that they make, I gain royalties.
How long have you been doing this for?
Took it seriously about 3 years ago.
Do you have a team helping you, or are you like doing all
It's
this, all
just
the
me.
collaborations? That's a lot.
I get advice from my husband,
Uh-huh.
which has proved to be very, very helpful.
If you were to like choose one product that you would hope take off the most.
Okay, this here is a women's wilderness pea kit. This is a stand to pee device. And then this right here is a collaboration I did with a company called Kula Cloth. And it is a silver infused antimicrobial pea cloth. And then the final thing is, of course, hand sanitizer. And then it all fits in this discreet kit as well.
Like you're a school teacher.
Yeah.
You're clearly a very talented designer.
Thank you.
How did you learn to do
Okay,
this?
yeah, I love learning something new. I picked up some pens And I just started trying it out. And it was terrible at first. After each failure came a little success, and eventually people wanted to buy my artwork. I opened up Instagram and more people were interested, and with each success it was like, let's just do the next thing. People like this and so do I, so keep it up. It has been a lot of failures along the way and just experimenting. That's kind of where it all stemmed from.
It's
yeah,
beautiful
thank you.
work. Very, very nice.
Thanks.
I'm so impressed with the collaborations she's
know what?
landed, and that's
Yeah.
just the beginning.
Oh yeah, thanks to you.
And she kind of plays it off like she's a small business. I'm like, you have products and shields. It's amazing. Like, it's so cool.
That's right. She's so like delightfully humble about what she does.
Awesome.
And she's just had growth. She's been doing really well.
When she was talking about it, I was like, this girl will try anything. But as you think about it,
circles back.
It's like this really well curated line for people in that lifestyle. I mean, it's really well thought out, actually.
So Dragons, what questions do you have?
How are you selling your products? Do you have a website, or?
I do
how
have a
you reach
website. I have an Etsy store as well. Our main form of income is just the traditional going door to door. Realtors, I often target because they are giving out housewarming gifts. So remember the grandma's handwritten recipe? We do that with their signatures and thanking them, saying, welcome to your home, all of the above. And then for every week, farmers market is our main form of revenue for this business right now.
Where's the stock that you're buying before you engrave them? Where's it coming from?
I have a supplier and they provide me my acacia and bamboo cutting boards. This is our most popular board, our 18-inch cutting board right here. And it's made completely out of bamboo. For acacia, this is what they provide. This is acacia wood and this is acacia paddle. So this is made out of cherry, maple, and walnut. And I handmade this from scratch. So once again, we have affordable to premium options. Here's a purely walnut-made wedding sign. And this is completely made out of my CNC router, so it's not just laser work.
Is it all custom, or are there any just production line standard stuff?
We focus more on the production side standards. Put multiple boards in, we burn the same design.
So you said was it your CNC and laser are 3x4 both?
Yep, 3 feet by 4 feet. So if you wanted a back tattoo, we can definitely do that for you.
Very nice. Very good.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
so much. Scale is not an issue for him, which is actually really uncommon to see in this kind of a competition.
He's going to need a bigger garage.
Yeah, that's right. He actually has a lot of that stuff figured out already. For him, it's finding what's the next right market to jump into. And I actually think he's sniffing around all the right spots already. He just has to kind of decide and dive
Corporate
into
gifts and realtors, and
How are you selling them? Do you have a website?
I did have a website, so I did have to shut my company down for a little bit because of COVID, but I'm still working on it on the side. And most of the time, it's from word of mouth or the craft fairs.
And like, what's your goal with that? Are you wanting to more wholesale them, or do you want to like build out your own website and social media following and tap into direct to consumer?
I was thinking kind of both.
Have you had a lot of people test them out?
Yeah,
Have you gotten good, a lot of feedback? What is the feedback you've gotten?
They love it. It's helped out. I had one gal she can't put her baby down to even go wash the dishes or do laundry or anything. And I've even had, believe it or not, dads ask me if I can develop a male's version because it happens the same way.
What does your patent cover?
It's design patents.
Is there anything special or unique about the fabric that you're using? Does it like capture scent effectively? Is there anything like that?
It is the second best that I have found. Cotton is the best, but cotton is hot.
Right.
And cotton doesn't stretch like this does.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you have any competitors in this space?
There is, like I say in the doll, I think I was telling you about. Then there's one other one. It has just a little piece of fabric that they sleep with, and they put it inside the crib or with the baby also. But I don't think that those two items cover as much space as what this item will do.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was great.
Yeah, it's a great product. I'm really intrigued by his product. I think he's really onto something. Not only a good really good product, but like kind of an emotional piece for moms. Like, oh, this, you know, I think moms would be like, oh yeah, this would for sure help.
Yeah, I wonder if he even knows that he's tapped into that really powerful emotion.
Yeah, and I think he could really skyrocket with like influencer marketing, and if he marketed it just right, it's super great product.
Well, he could even tap into dads when, you know.
I've been a dad in that situation. What I wouldn't have given for that gown at that time.
Next time, we'll discover who takes home the Dragon's prize. First place prize and $5,000 in prize money goes to